Hello everyone, this is Papa Swag, and on this channel we want to lift people up with encouraging words from Papa Swag. And I feel like right now there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of turmoil, there's a lot of things going on in the country where people are just a little bit anxious about things. And so I wanted to come here because with this channel we want to give people hope, and I want to talk about hope, and I have three things in my mind today. I just want to encourage you because that's what we do here at Papa Swag TV. We encourage people, and I pray and hope that we give you a little bit of hope that there is going to be a better future, there's better things to happen, there's better things to come. And so I've been thinking about my own life, and I just have three quick things I want to talk quickly about that's helped me, and it's helping me during this time where a lot of us are being kind of quarantined or being socially isolated in our houses, and we're kind of stuck in our houses. Right now I'm going through a time where I'm going through sports withdrawals. I love sports. I love March Madness. I love baseball. I love basketball. And all those things have been canceled. I know there's people that really love Broadway shows, entertainment, and concerts, and those things are being put on hold right now. And so right now we're looking for things to do, or things that life has kind of been turned upside down. So I want to give you a couple of things of hope and things that I've dealt with in my own life. So here we go real quickly. First of all, I want you to remember those times in the past where you dealt with some extreme situations. I'm thinking in my own life of some very near-death experiences that I've had, and I've never really shared this till I'm doing this video, but I'm going to just go through a list of way back when I was I was working at a Salvation Army camp, and one of the guys in the camp, I had told him this particular individual, and the guy actually, it was a dark night, and he pulled a knife out on me, and I thought for a moment, I was 21 at the time, that was going to be the end of my life. I had no self-defense at all. I didn't know self-defense. And for some reason he let me go. He didn't stab me, he didn't kill me, but that happened to me. Another time that I thought about, that I was around, that I didn't realize until after it happened. I was working in Baltimore City, and I would catch the bus at a certain stop, and there was a deli, like it was down in a basement, and I didn't realize it until the next day, and I read the newspaper, but I heard a couple of gunshots, and I found out the next day in the paper that right about the time that I picked up the bus at that time, or got on the bus, there were gunshots in that deli, and I had actually heard somebody get murdered. I didn't see it. I didn't know that happened. I just went on my way, but that was crazy. Then a couple other situations when I lived in Baltimore, in the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area. In Baltimore, there was this guy, his name was, and I really don't give him any credit, but his name was Joe Pazinski, I think. I don't know. I don't care. I don't want to give any kind of credit. But he went around the area I lived in, Dundalk, Middle River, Essex, and that area, randomly shooting people because he was jealous of his girlfriend. And so he didn't randomly shoot me, and so I overcame that. That got that through the past. And then also, and some of you will remember because this was a national news story, there were the older gentlemen, the young kid that were sniping people, or they were snipers that were shooting at people, and really shook me up when they caught him. They caught him at a rest area outside of Frederick, Maryland. I've stopped at that rest area multiple times in my life, and so when they caught him, I thought about that. I've been thinking about these things that over time that I've experienced in life where we've overcome, and then during this time that we're dealing with right now, in 2009, my youngest son, Ben, actually had the swine flu, and he survived it. And so these are things that I've realized that, hey, these things have happened. These are not the same what we're dealing with now, but these are bad things that have happened in my own life, and I'm still here, and I'm still shouting. And I know there are people that had not survived those particular circumstances, some of the ones that I talked about, but for the majority of us, we're still here, we're still breathing, so I want to remember those past times when you were in really critical situations. I want to encourage you that things will get better, because in my own life, things have gotten better. I can tell you all kinds of crazy things that have happened in my life, but that's just some of them. So the reason I said all that is to tell you, remember the past, so you realize when you come through it all, that you've overcome what you've gone through. So let's go to point 2. So I'm going to give you, so right now, while, like I had said earlier, a lot of things are just being shut down, things are just stopping. So do some things you've been meaning to do that you haven't done in a while. The Bible has this verse in the Bible that a lot of times when I lose my path, it says, "Repent and do the things you did at first." I'm paraphrasing. I'm not sure that's the exact quote from the book of Revelations. But repent and do the things you did at first. Go back and do some things you haven't done in a while. Read some books you've been meaning to read. Watch some movies that you've been meaning to watch. Watch some classic movies. Some movies that you've been wanting to watch. Go ahead and watch those movies. Take some time and look at your finances. This is a good time to just kind of learn to budget your finances. Do that. Budget your finances. This is going to be a shameless plug, but watch YouTube. Watch my YouTube channels. Watch Papa Swag TV if you need a good laugh and some good humor. Watch our other channel here, Cereal United. Watch that channel. That's with me and my young son Ben, where we review cereals and talk about cereals. It's a pretty humorous videos, and I'm going to encourage you, go ahead during this time, watch Cereal United. The other thing, they're calling for social isolation. Doesn't mean that you don't have to be engaged socially. One of the great things we live in the technology of our day is we have a lot of social media. We have Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and TikTok, and I could go on and on. Tumblr, blogging, but interact with people on there. Don't use it for a tool to interject your politics or argue with people that may have a different political view than you do. Use it to engage, to encourage people, to bring them hope, to bring them smiles, to find things that will lift people up, not bring people down. Use social media in a positive way instead of in a negative way. Don't create drama. Create hope and encouragement. Build people up. Find the good in people. Look to be optimistic. That's one of the things that I believe here at Papa Swag TV. We're very optimistic. We believe in people and the basic goodness of people. That there are good things about people, and that for every bad person out there, there's a lot of people that are helping people. I see it at the grocery store. I see people going into my neighborhood right now. They're on one of our social media boards. People are going shopping for the elderly. Go shopping for the elderly during this time. So I just want to encourage you as well. So the second thing is do things you haven't done that you've been meaning to do. Do some things you haven't done in a while and restart them and help people out. The third thing I want to remind you is this too shall pass. We have been able to overcome great tragedies in this country. One of the, we've overcome the assassination of John F. Kennedy. We've overcome with the Space Shuttle Challenger 1986 exploding in the sky. We've overcome the Columbine school shootings. We've overcome 9/11. We've overcome we've overcome the pandemic of the swine flu. And I mentioned that earlier with my young son getting that. And we've overcome, and we're going to overcome this. This too shall pass. We've overcome different trials in our life. We may overcome financial struggles, health struggles. We have overcome all these things. And so I wanted to come on here today just to inject some encouragement and some hope into your world, saying, hey, there have been bad things that have happened in the past, but we've moved on as a society, as individuals. We have moved on. We have become better and stronger individuals. And I wanted to encourage you today that you are going to be a stronger person in the midst of this. You're going to be able to go back and do some things you haven't done that you needed to do. Take advantage of this time to read some books. I want to encourage you also, if you're a believer like I am, I want to encourage you to also take this time. Pray. If you haven't prayed in a while, pray. Read the Bible. The Bible is a great book of encouragement. I've seen some postings on Instagram where people are talking about they've been reading a devotional and reading the Bible. Be encouraged by those things. Those things can lift you up. So I just wanted to take a few moments out of your day on this weekend to encourage you with Papa Swag's encouraging words, willing to lift you up. So hopefully this video gave you some hope and some encouragement. That was the goal of it. If it came out any other way, then I apologize. My whole intention for this was just to inject some hope during this time. So I just want to encourage you, and I just want to thank you for watching this week's episode of Papa Swag TV. I just want to also remind you, be encouraged. You are created to do great things, and I'm here cheering you on. Till the next video, I'm Papa Swag. Have a great week.